how's it going? This is a part 2 video. The first video I made was on study materials that I used for the BCBA exam, so if you haven't seen that, go ahead and check it out. And this video are the specific things, behaviors that I did to study for my BCBA exam. So if you're interested in that, make sure you give this video a like and give me a subscribe, and we will jump right into it. So when I was signing up for my BCBA exam, I only had a week to study. I could either take it in October or I could take it in March. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to try to get it over with. So I had to study very quickly to make sure that I had it down. And I had just studied for my BCABA, so it's not like it was just a week of studying, but it was a week of studying after not studying for like a few months. So it was super stressful, and I had to figure out what techniques helped me the quickest because I needed to be efficient with my studying. And this is in the last video. It's going to be in this video too, staff meds. Say it all fast, 1 minute every day. This is so efficient. I feel like after I get to about 25 to 35 cards a minute, that's how I know, like, okay, it's coming back to me. I've got this down. So I would do this whenever I had a break, really. So if I had like a lunch break or a 10-minute break at work, I would just fly through some of these. And I would also keep track of my score and take data on what my score was, and I would have a high score that I wanted to reach every day, so I had a goal. And it didn't really take that long to get to it. Like, I just feel like this method, it's from Precision Teaching. This is a quote from Lindley himself. Fluency is doing things so fast that they become second nature and are performed without effort, without error, without distraction, and can be performed with greater resistance to forgetting. So these are great. You don't have to buy these. You could just make your own flashcards and just boom, 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 boom. Just go through them every day, at least a few times a day. Another thing that I did is I went through this manual and I made a flashcard of anything that I felt like I was going to forget, especially like things that had to do with like different like ethical like law cases and just different like random things that you should know for the exam. Had a flashcard of them, and then any term that I felt like a little about, I made a term. And what you want to do is you want to put these out somewhere where you're going to see them and that there's very low response effort to get them. So I would have these on the couch and I would go through these before I would watch TV. So first thing, contingencies, first got to do the flashcards, then we can watch something on TV. And I would also try to go through these so many times a day just to make sure that I had them down. And I kind of did the same thing where I was trying to build up my fluency. So I didn't time myself or anything, but I would try to go through the cards quickly. I also made flashcards of all of the AKAs, the also known as, because what I found was when I was taking mock exams, I was getting tripped up by things that were AKAs, like it was the same term, it was just called something different, and I would get those questions wrong. So I made these. I mentioned my little tab method in my BCABA video when I was studying for that exam. So what I do is I go through this, and there are so many tabs on there right now. I tab anything that I feel like I should go over again, and I tab all of the chapters. And so what I would do is I would go through this every night before I went to sleep for a week. I would just skim through this, and I would look specifically at the tabs that I had. And when it was time for my exam, the day of, I would skim through this in my car right before the exam. I really think Study Notes ABA is onto something with just writing pretty notes. I mean, these aren't that pretty because I don't have very good handwriting, but making them I felt like was such a good thing. I just did these with areas that I felt like I had a difficult time understanding, and then I taped them all up on my door, a couple by my bathroom sink, so that whenever I was walking out, it was right there, and I would just read through a couple and then be on my merry little way. One last thing about note taking. So with these, I tried to write things in different colors so that it was easier for me to see the difference between the terms. And I highly recommend this for anything in ABA that you're trying to learn. Color them differently. I felt like that really helped me discriminate some of these things in my brain. And so there you have it. And also, like, get some pens that you enjoy. Make it a preferred activity. I thought this was like so fun when I was making them. So there you have it. That's how I studied for my BCBA exam. I hope these videos were helpful for you. Let me know in the comments down below, and be sure to give me a like and a subscribe to reinforce my behavior of making videos.